Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I have no idea why I'm even like slaving myself away to this daily uploading shit, even though I only pull like 10 views a video. Some call me a slave, some call me a psychopath. I prefer the term optimistic idiot. But yeah, today we're gonna be pretty much talking about Disney and Pixar's new movie Soul. So in comparison to other Pixar films like Cars 2, Brave, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, I mean, this movie is good. Like compared to like the bottom tier, it's certainly not like among the worst, right? But like if I were to come out here spouting some shit like Soul is better than Toy Story, all of them, I would get murdered on the timeline. Obviously, Soul is not better than Toy Story. At least 1, 2, and 3. 4 was still good, but not better than Soul. Definitely, I would say. Okay, so yeah, to sum up my claim, pretty much, Soul is pretty much just like a mid-tier Pixar movie. Probably for me, upper mid-tier. I really liked it, but I can understand how a lot of people would just absolutely like hate it, and I can understand how a lot of people are like, oh, that was a pretty good movie, and not rank it above some of their favorites, right? Mid-tier, upper mid-tier for me, all right? But yeah, since I pretty much don't know how to do these like movie review type videos, I'm gonna do it how like I saw one movie review channel do it. I'm gonna go through like the visuals, the plot, the characters, and like the theme, and then I'm just gonna kind of like talk about them, give my problems, give my pros, give whatever I want, and overall deconstruct this movie. So let's start with the visuals. I mean, obviously, as a film made in 2020, it's gonna look better than like A Bug's Life. Of course, it's a good looking film. I think Onward looked like so much better. Onward, their last film, looks like terrific compared to this one. But yeah, I don't really think that was the focus of the movie. But yeah, one of the problems I had with the visuals was like, so Joe starts teaching his band class about, hey, this is like the actual joy of music, and this is how it can be really fun. And then, he was talking to the girl, and the girl was like, I'm 12. And it's not like I don't have a problem with her saying I'm 12. It was the way that like she said it. Like her upper lip didn't like touch her lower lip when she said I'm 12. Like it looked really unnatural. Like it did not look like she was saying I'm 12. It looked like an Odd Ones Out fucking video. But yeah, generally I really like the visuals when they go to the box in The Great Before, when they go to like the Just a Random box and they see all like the crazy creatures and whatever, and they see the ships. I liked those visuals. Those were really good. Everything else was kind of, it was just like fucking, it was just like, oh, it's a Pixar movie. Like we're not on some like The Last Jedi type visuals, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a movie, it wasn't a fucking photo shoot. Plus it's animated, so not really how that works. Alright, yeah, so now we're gonna move on to plot, the storyline of Soul, and how I feel about it. So overall, it functioned well. It was understandable at times, but at times it wasn't. Like for instance, that one librarian lady who seems to be like the leader of the overworld, who was sorting through all the files to kind of like find the person who was like the missing soul. It seemed like she was gonna be the main antagonist of the story, and she's getting all these files, she's collecting them, it's building up, and right as they're about to accomplish what they've wanted to do, she just leads them into a portal. It's not like an epic showdown, it's not an epic battle. I feel like they got halfway into this without even writing the script. It's nothing cool. She just confronts them and like leads them into a portal. Like that is boring. Like she's portrayed to be the main antagonist. Like dude, she is powerful. She's sorting through these files, she's dedicated, and then finally when the time comes to confront her, all she does is lead you through a portal like right back where you're supposed to be. I thought the part when Joe and 22 confront Joe's mother was really awesome. It kind of shows how much Joe cares about being a musician and how much getting in this gig tonight means to him, and perfectly led up to him, getting sent right back to where he started, because it seemed like he'd finally done it. Like he'd finally gotten to that point. His suit was fixed, everything was ready to go, because he had the courage to talk to his mother, and then it just gets fucked. Another thing I really didn't understand was like the leaf, like the little tan leaf that 22 ended up collecting while she was like the human on Earth, and then Joe had and then showed to her while he was trying to save her. I really didn't understand like the significance of that, because like when all else failed, Joe pulled out the leaf and showed it to her, and apparently that worked. Like I don't know, dude, that seems a bit weaselly. But yeah, overall I liked the story of Joe wanting to be a musician and ultimately growing up to be one, and I love that. Was so fun. I'm not all the way on board with with 22, I didn't really understand the whole significance of like her being a lost soul and Joe having to save her. What I thought was gonna happen was, since Joe and 22 kind of build up this friendship throughout the movie, I thought before they went back to Earth, I thought that they were gonna build up this friendship. 22 was gonna decide, hey, I kind of want to use this Earth Spark badge for myself, and then Joe like feels, you know, good enough to, as a good enough person to where he lets her go with the Earth badge, and that's like the end of the movie. I thought that would have been pretty cool to watch too, but instead we spend a lot of the movie on Earth doing some wacky antics, which I liked too. The barbershop scene, so cool. It shows how Joe is just kind of like self-absorbed, and how 22, with not a lot of real world experience, seems to be like the top dog on Earth. It's weird. And something else I was thinking about too is like when Joe gets back on Earth, I was curious like whether or not he was gonna worry about, oh, if I go to the barbershop, am I gonna be as cool as 22 was? And yeah, I don't know, they should have done something with that too, maybe. But yeah, overall it was entertaining. It wasn't like a shit plot or anything. I actually think, yeah, once again, it was like an upper mid-tier plot. But overall, 8 out of 10. Damn, I forgot to give the visuals a rating, so the visuals will get like an 8 out of 10 as well. But yeah, the next category is characters. So I honestly don't even know how I'm supposed to do this category, like about characters, so I'll just give it my best shot. Joe was a great character in my opinion. Seeing whether or not Joe got to perform was what really kept me watching the whole movie. I didn't really take any interest in 22's whole story about her being a lost soul or whatever. I did find it interesting when Joe was trying to help her find her spark. I was interested of whether or not she would get it because, you know, she's impossible to train or whatever. I found it interesting when 22 was on Earth and she was talking to all Joe's regular day people, and she was really impressing them and, you know, having good times with them and having new experiences. I liked Joe's mom's character. I liked how that was kind of a representation of traditional versus modern values. I know it's a Pixar movie, but I was like interested in the debate. I was like really interested in that debate because traditional versus modern values, that's a debate I like to have. And, you know, typically I take the modern values side, and I was straight up like rooting for Joe, like it's a straight up destiny debate. I think Joe's mom took a better role as an antagonist than that like time librarian lady. So yeah, she was great, but also the barbershop guy was pretty awesome too. Like he was just really entertaining, in my opinion. There's not many other characters. One character who I thought was really fucking shit was the ultimate villain time lady that goes through like all the documents and like tries to find the lost soul, the one who's really obsessed with all the numbers of the souls. Hierarchically, she makes sense, but like plot-wise, she makes absolutely no sense. She had no place in the story. I can see how there needs to kind of be like a grand ruler of like the kind of universe that they're in. Of course. But maybe they could have utilized that way better than they did. Alright, so next up is theme. Oh god, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I guess the theme was something along the lines of follow your dreams, right? There was one line in the movie that was like, this is what I want to do. I want to do music, or I just don't want to do at all. He said like, I want to follow my dreams, or I just don't want to live at all. Which was actually the line that made his mom concede to him and turn over to his side. And I guess another part of it is like Joe goes through so many obstacles and barriers to get to his goal that it kind of just shows you like, just keep on pushing no matter what, you'll get there eventually, right? There's that light at the end of the tunnel. But if that was the, you know, whole theme of the story, I don't understand why they would include that last part at the end about 22 and like her being a lost soul. Like I just don't understand that part. Right? If they would have just finished it off with Joe playing the music and not done the whole 22 thing, then I think, yeah, it would have been a lot better and the theme would be a lot more clear. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Once again, it's like a B tier Pixar movie. Great movie. And yeah, sorry I wasn't funny again. 2 videos in a row where I'm not funny. I'm sorry, dude. I know. I'll come back at you guys with another one another day. But anyway, subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Like the video if you liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, and stay dank. Bye.